So, do you ever feel like the world that you're living in is not one of sanity and rationality? Do you ever feel like the world you're living in is inhabited by rainbow wig wearing frogs with red honky noses? Well, folks, that's the world you live in right now. Welcome to the clown world, everybody. Clown World, yet the newest incarnation of our good friend Pepe the Frog, out here to terrorize all the leftists and crybabies and really make all the rest of us feel better about ourselves, or at least be able to cope with the current state of the world as created by the modern leftists. For those of you living under a rock or not plugged into social media, in which case, don't know why you're on YouTube, but for those of you who don't know, Pepe the Frog has recently gotten back from clown college, and he's out there to express some big ideas. And those ideas are replete with nihilism and laughter. Because at this point, what else is there but laughing at the world, drinking, and honking your red nose in the face of the naysayers? Personally, I salute the man, the frog. So, yet another reason of why the left can't meme. Because unlike the right, they have no sense of humor. And I know left and right is an improper dichotomy. Really, it's the leftists and then everybody else. Because if you're not left of Bernie Sanders, you're basically fucking Hitler at this point. So, the left can't meme because they have no sense of humor. They don't laugh at themselves. They're oh so serious all the time. And they're not willing to be edgy or offensive. Unless, of course, it's shitting on, like, Christianity or, you can call George W. Bush a monkey, but God forbid you apply it to, the hell was that chick's name that Roseanne got in trouble for? Anyway, Valerie Jarrett, I think. So because the left can't meme, none of their stuff ever goes viral. But every time everybody else in the world, the right, that shit goes viral all the time because it's actually funny, it's actually edgy, and it's actually prescient. And we can all make fun of AOC or Beto on a skateboard or, Pocahontas Warren or all these people. They're very easy to meme. They're walking, talking memes themselves. And when we have God Emperor Trump sitting in the office, he's basically the biggest shitlord to ever set foot in the White House, at least in the last 150 years. And, basically since, like, Andrew Jackson or something, he's pretty much the biggest shitlord that's going to have at the White House. And it's just so much material. It's so easy to just grab that shit and go with it. So, anyway, I personally am a big supporter of this new incarnation of Pepe. I know that it'll get the Jimmy's rustling. It'll give us an opportunity to really make fun of the situation. I mean, who can't find some humor in 4-year-old transsexuals or, whatever the hell else those nut jobs are doing. Drag Queen Story Hour. Yeah, that's a real fucking thing. Sign your kids up at your local library, bitches. Gonna go watch a grown man in fucking yoga pants read, Dick and Jane or something. That's probably an inappropriate thing for them to read anyway. I'm sure they'll find something to read little children while dressed in drag. Me, I'm just gonna sit here and drink and watch this bitch burn down around me. I mean, at this point, what else can you do, And I think that's kind of the whole point of Honker. But at the same time, I want to warn everybody, while a little bit of nihilism is probably healthy, and the humor is definitely warranted, we don't want to fall into the trap of defeatism. Because, really, I think, if anybody's ever read Saul Alinsky or The Art of War, or any number of other battle plan manuals, one of the best tactics to use is making your force appear bigger than it actually is, or in the case of Alinsky, making your movement seem bigger and more pervasive than it actually is. So while the leftists might have a hold of education and, you know, the press largely, you know, sure, there's some controlled opposition like Fox News, but let's be real, the vast majority of the mainstream press is very much left wing. While they may have control of our institutions and education and, you know, public schools and the press and pop culture and, you know, Hollywood and Disney, and it's kind of depressing, they pretty much have control of fucking everything. While they may actually control all of the propaganda sources, I think that largely most people probably don't really support the insanity these people push. I would hope. So, while, you know, it's hard, it's sometimes disheartening to think that we're losing on so many fronts the actual culture war that is going on. And yes, while the West and America are being invaded by just asshole tons of third world migrants, there's still some hope out there somewhere, I'm sure. I'm sure there's a glimmer of hope somewhere. But one of two things is going to continue to happen. And it always happens when faced with a dilemma. You either lash out or you laugh. Right now we're laughing. So you really got to ask yourself, once we run out of lulls, what comes next? Yeah, lashing out.